What's up, everybody? This is Dave. This is a Wrestling Uncensored special report. Today, is Charlotte Flair done with the WWE? Removed from a WrestleMania poster? Absent from Raw? Where's Charlotte? We'll get the timeline of events and break it all down in a second. Let's go. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Everybody's falling over here next to me. Thank you for joining us. This is a special report. Charlotte Flair, this lady right here, you see her, Charlotte Flair. Is she still with the WWE? Or has this man, Andrade, come between her and the wrestling company that she's worked for the past nearly 10 years? 8 years in the WWE. Charlotte Flair's been with the WWE since 2013. A former two-time NXT Women's Champion, four-time Raw Women's Champion, five-time SmackDown Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion, Royal Rumble winner. She main evented WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. And now, it seems like she was removed from the WrestleMania poster for WrestleMania 37. Is Charlotte Flair done with the WWE? Is the WWE done with Charlotte? It seems like there are definitely problems between the WWE and Charlotte Flair. So if you are just new to what's going on with Charlotte, she is engaged to a man named Andrade. Andrade is a professional wrestler, has been wrestling for the WWE for quite some time. He's been absent for a while. If you remember, last year Andrade was a big thing. Teaming with Austin Theory and Angel Garza, Zelina Vega was his manager, but Zelina Vega has been released from the company, and ever since then, you haven't seen much of Andrade. So the WWE wasn't using Andrade very much, and you wonder, were they ever going to use him again? On March the 8th, Charlotte Flair's fiancé, Andrade, asked for his release at a Monday Night Raw. Goes to TV, sees he's not being used again, says, "Release me." The WWE says no. Do not grant him his release, but still not using him, not booked for WrestleMania. And this is the time of year where wrestlers start to evaluate whether or not they want to stay in the WWE because WrestleMania is coming up, and it's the biggest show of the year, and they want to perform. And Andrade not being used, on March the 8th, he asked for his release. Okay? The following week, March 15th, his fiancée Charlotte Flair absent from Raw. March the 18th, 3 days later, Andrade confirms the rumors about his release. The rumors are true, and I don't know what the future holds, but I want to make my dreams come true. Thank you for giving me so much support these last days. Andrade confirming those reports. At the same time, Charlotte Flair, on her Twitter, comes out and promotes the WWE and WrestleMania tickets being on sale. And a lot of people said, well, what does this mean? Be the first to get your tickets to WWE's biggest event of the year, WrestleMania. Use pre-sale code QUEEN. So this is on March the 18th that this happened. Charlotte puts this out on March 18th after not being on Raw on March 15th, which was suspicious, right? I think it was pretty suspicious that Charlotte was not on Raw this past Monday night, considering we're 4 weeks away from WrestleMania, considering Charlotte Flair, who up until Lacey Evans got pregnant, Lacey and Charlotte were involved in a pretty big storyline with Ric Flair. Lacey got pregnant. So it became unclear what was going to happen with the Raw title picture. It seemed like Asuka was going to drop that title to Lacey, and Lacey and Charlotte were going to battle at Mania. But Lacey got pregnant, plans changed, and it seemed like, well, we'll just do Charlotte and Asuka at WrestleMania. In fact, a few weeks ago on Raw, Charlotte told Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke that they had to prove to her that they are worthy of a Raw Women's title shot, even though Asuka was the champion at the time and still is the champion. Asuka was injured with a concussion, not on Raw, so it seemed like maybe they were going to move on with Charlotte as their champion if Asuka couldn't continue. This past week on Raw, March 15th, Asuka returned, and Charlotte, a week after her fiancé asked for his release and was not granted it, Charlotte is nowhere to be seen on WWE TV. And then you think, okay, well, everything's normal again because of the tweet I just showed you, right? Charlotte Flair, she's promoting WrestleMania on her personal Twitter account. That must mean something. Well, it actually, unfortunately, means nothing. Because I could show you a number of WWE superstars with similar tweets that came out at the same time on the same day that Charlotte's did. So let's scroll through a couple. So here's Charlotte. You think this is really Charlotte Flair promoting this? Because Randy's is exactly the same. Use the code RKOVIP to get your WrestleMania tickets. Here's Sasha Banks. Use the code THEBOSS to get your WrestleMania tickets. Here's Seth Rollins. Use the pre-sale code Rollins. So you could see that this Charlotte Flair tweet on March 18th that people are pointing to saying, well, this shows that everything's good. This does not show anything. And as a matter of fact, a lot of these WWE Twitter accounts, if you're a contracted WWE wrestler, your Twitter login and password and everything is given to the WWE. So chances are that tweet, this one right here, was actually tweeted out by somebody that works for the WWE, a WWE social media employee, and not actually Charlotte Flair herself. And then this happens. So this right here is the first poster they put out for WrestleMania. And as you can plainly see, there's Charlotte Flair right there. Next to Roman, next to Edge, between Edge and Roman, there's Charlotte. And then, here's the new poster they just put out on March 19th. Charlotte's gone. So you tell me if something's going on between the WWE and Charlotte Flair. She's not on Raw Monday night. She's pulled from a WrestleMania poster. Her fiancé's asked for his release. Charlotte Flair, one of the biggest stars in the WWE. She is on the WrestleMania poster with Edge, Roman, Drew, Bobby, Sasha, Bianca, even Bad Bunny. Even Bad Bunny. But now, she's off the poster. She's off Raw. And we're 3 weeks away from WrestleMania. And on the same day that the WWE removed Charlotte Flair from the WrestleMania poster, they announced Rhea Ripley will be making her Raw debut this coming Monday night. Right after Fastlane, they've got 3 weeks to build a Raw Women's title match for WrestleMania. Don't be surprised if it's Asuka versus Rhea, with Charlotte not even at WrestleMania. And you got to wonder, what do you do with Charlotte if she doesn't want to work? If she's asking for her release, or who knows what's going on there? You can't release Charlotte, but you can't really sit her down and not use her either. So the WWE seems like they're in a real tough spot with Charlotte Flair. Because Charlotte's fiancé asked for his release, and for some reason, the WWE chose not to use him and also chose to not give him his release. There's Charlotte and her fiancé. You go to Google Images, you search Charlotte Andrade, and you will find many, many loving photos of the happy couple throughout the years. So many. So many. You think she's not upset that her man is getting screwed around by the WWE? She is one of the top stars in the company, and they're treating her fiancé like this. You think she's not upset? I think she's mad, and I think she has every right to be mad. And I think that there is a possibility that Charlotte Flair and the WWE are having some real issues right now. I mean, this right here, the posters to me, is all the evidence I need. There's Charlotte, and there goes Charlotte. Gone. You tell me. Charlotte Flair, WWE, how are things going? Not too good. I'm going to be tuning in to Monday Night Raw to find out whether Charlotte is there or not, and I'll be here with you right after Raw to break it all down. And the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer reporting that the WWE had turned down Charlotte's ideas to work with Andrade on TV. That just broke today. So apparently Charlotte wanted to do some sort of angle with Andrade on TV, get him used, get him more exposure. WWE said no. Andrade asked for his release on March 8th. WWE says no. Following Monday, Charlotte's not there. That Friday, they removed Charlotte from the WrestleMania poster. Charlotte Flair, one of the biggest stars in the company. Just as big as a Roman Reigns or a John Cena or that type of performer. Where is she? We'll talk to you again Monday night right after Raw. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday after Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown. I'll be here Monday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, right after Monday Night Raw. Hope Charlotte shows up. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, click the bell. We'll see you Monday after Raw.